Gonna expect this. Your empathic abilities are the most powerful thing in the world. Yep, bold statement. I stand by it. Just wait. The stronger your empathic ability, the less likely you can be controlled. The stronger your empathic ability, the more you get a sense of the real, actual God's honest truth. So, what's the secret? How do you activate and protect this precious power? I'm gonna give you 5 tips. And the last one is a bonus, and it is down and dirty. Come on, girl, let's go. If you're an empath and you want to feel confident in your decisions and the work you're meant to do in the world, subscribe to my channel and tap that little bell to get notified each week when I post a new video. I'm Ciara Rubin, best-selling spiritual author, singer, and lifelong psychic empath. I have spent nearly a decade helping hundreds of women tap into their intuition to get the answers they need so that they can feel confident taking empowered action. Mindset tip number 1 to activate your empathic power is that it is safe for you to be powerful. I know that when you were a little girl, it was really rough to be you in a lot of ways. People probably told you to be quiet, to sit down, that you were too much, that you were too loud, that your joy was too big, that your anger, your rage, your sadness was too much. I know that you might have been told to sit down and be quiet in school a lot. And it made you feel like you were not safe, that it was not safe for you to be powerful. And I want to acknowledge that. I want to acknowledge that, and I want to say that it is safe, that you will not abuse your power. Maybe in other lifetimes you abused your power. Maybe in other lifetimes we all abused our power, and that is what made civilizations end and come crashing down. But now it is safe. So long as you are healing, doing your own healing work, shadow work, then your power is coming from a genuine place of power from within, instead of power over others. And so it is safe for that kind of power to come forward and be seen, be known, be felt, and to change the world. And girl, I get it. I was that girl in school that got in trouble, put in the corner of class for talking too much. Then I just talked louder so that the people across the room could hear me. But I was passed over for solos because I was told by my high school choir teacher, I almost called her a twat. Not a good idea. I was always told by my high school choir teacher that my voice stood out too much. So I could not be a part of her special singing group because my voice stood out too much. I mean, if you need a better trauma after 4 years of trying out over and over again, being told you just stand out too much, and I tried each time to pull it back, pull it back, pull it back even more. It's okay to stand out. It's okay to take up space. It's okay to be powerful. It's okay to have powerful things to say, even if it makes people question themselves, even if it triggers people. Obviously, it needs to be coming from a genuine place, right? We talked about shadow work, but say what you need to say. Say what you want to say. Be who you really are, and let people see that. People are craving your authenticity and your truth. So please, please let it out. Tip number 2 to fully activate and protect your empathic abilities is to heal your chakras, specifically your heart and your solar plexus chakras. I talk about this a lot and give you specifics on how to do that in my best-selling book, You Always Know, 4-Step Guide for Empaths to Stop Second Guessing and Trust Your Intuition. But you need to heal your solar plexus and your heart chakras because those are the chakras that are associated with clairsentience, aka your empathic abilities. So those are the chakras that you need to heal. The solar plexus obviously resonates with the color yellow, and it is all about your sense of self, your self-confidence. It is connected to your masculine energy. So any healing that needs to be done around your masculine energy, any healing that needs to be done around any father wounds that you may have, that is in the solar plexus. Any indecisiveness that you struggle with, that is in the solar plexus. Any gut issues, any digestion issues, all of that is governed by the solar plexus. So you need to go ahead and heal that. And like I said, I've got all the tips for you in my book on just how to do that. And your clairsentience is the most powerful ability, your most powerful psychic ability that there is, because it is centered in two main chakras. The other clairs, clairvoyance, clairaudience, claircognizance, those are centered in one main chakra, whether it's the third eye, the throat, the crown, but your clairsentience is in your heart and your solar plexus. So it is the most powerful, and also it is within your body, right? The solar plexus, the heart is the bridge, but the solar plexus is deeply a body chakra. So when you feel things in your body is in the present. It has no choice but to be in the present. So when you feel things in your body, you know them to be true. So it is the most powerful ability there is. And to heal your heart chakra, whew, girl, you need to heal the heartbreaks, the ex-boyfriends, the ex-friends, the ex-partners, the ways that you have been betrayed by caregivers or other people in your life, the ways in which you have betrayed yourself. I'm shedding. I shed like a dog. It's crazy. You need to heal that so that you can fully expand and integrate your capacity to love others and to receive love from others with boundaries, okay? And that's all in the solar plexus. Healing your heart chakra is so important because your heart is a healing chakra. So if you're on this channel, you probably want to live a life of serving and helping others. And if you're going to help heal others, you need to heal your heart first, because your heart is where the healing energy comes from. And I have had my fair share of trials and tribulations with digestion issues, gut issues, heartbreak. I had asthma as a child, which is right in the lungs, which is also governed by the heart chakra. So I have healed these things. I no longer have asthma. I barely have any kind of wheezing or reactivity in my airway. I do not have any gut issues anymore. I used to have a long ass list of food sensitivities, things that I could not eat, but I healed my gut, not just with probiotics. And I can now eat, within reason, anything that I want without having indigestion, without having IBS, without having any of that crazy stuff. I am still, if I'm being honest with myself and with you, I do still struggle with bloating from time to time and with a little bit of gas here and there, but I have healed those things massively. And I can tell you that I am psychic as hell. I am extremely psychic. I am profoundly psychic. And me saying that isn't about my ego, it's about showing you what is possible for you when you heal your heart and your solar plexus. Okay? If this info feels juicy, tap that like button and tell me in the comments, which chakra do you think of yours needs more healing? Your solar plexus, your heart, or is it both? Let me know in the comments below. Tip number 3, fire up your free will and own your power. What does that mean? Boundaries, bitch. Okay? You need to set boundaries. You need to illustrate what you will and will not accept from other people and what you will do as a response to if they violate your boundary. You do not need to be a people pleaser anymore. You do not need to say yes to every single invitation. You do not need to bend over backwards for people if you are not first taking care of yourself. You need to exercise your free will and own your power. And that doesn't make you mean, and it doesn't mean that you won't get love, although the people who are benefiting from your lack of boundaries may back away over time. But you will feel so much prouder of yourself. You will feel so much more energized if you set those boundaries and if you own your power. Tip number 4, allow yourself to receive compliments and love with grace. I can't tell you how many times I have given a compliment to a friend and she's like, yeah, oh, thanks, but this is awful. Girl, come on now. I used to do the same thing. It's almost like, oh my gosh, they're noticing something amazing about me. And so now I need to tell them something that's not so amazing about me so that they'll feel better about themselves, because me being amazing in this way might be triggering to them, and then they might not like me. And you know what? If they don't like you for that, then that means that they are unhealed and they are not evolved enough to be able to be in your space, girlfriend. Okay? You need to accept and receive those compliments and that love with grace. And not just compliments, but also love. Okay? For years, whenever my husband used to come into the room, and I didn't notice this until later on, I would tighten up my body. my body would tense up as if I was anticipating something, as if I was anticipating him being on the struggle bus or complaining or having a bad attitude or a negativity towards me. But that was not conducive to receiving his love or really allowing myself to open up to him in, the romantic ways, the sexual ways. And so now I have a practice of intentionally softening my body when my husband comes into the room. I intentionally open myself up, and if he starts acting like a jerk, I will set a boundary and I will walk out of the room and will not take any of that, because I am owning my power and I have free will and I do not need to be a doormat for anybody, right? And I can allow myself to soften, to open up to the love that he wants to give me. Spoiler alert, tip number 3 was very much related to healing your solar plexus chakra, and tip number 4 was definitely all about the heart chakra. Tip number 5 on how to fully activate and protect your empathic abilities is self-forgiveness and compassion. Let me just get real with you right now and tell you that you do not deserve to be punished. You are not bad. You are not a bad person. Maybe you've made bad decisions. Maybe you've had bad behaviors in the past. In the present, maybe you have some dysfunctional behaviors, some dysfunctional relationships. And beating yourself up about that, coming from the queen of beating herself up, is not going to serve you. It's not going to change you. It's not going to make things better. You deserve to be free. Your freedom will allow you to help others so much better and in such bigger ways. You need to let that go. You need to forgive yourself for that thing that you said or that you didn't say. You need to forgive yourself for that thing that you did or you didn't do. Whew, this is getting me emotional right now in real time. You need to have compassion for yourself over what has transpired, because you had the best of intentions. And just because it didn't go the way that you thought it would, doesn't mean it's not going the way that the universe means for it to go for you. Here is a bonus tip, and it might be the biggest tip of all on how to protect your empathic abilities. All of the other tips have really been focused on how to activate them, but how to protect them is to learn to feel safe. Learn to cultivate a true sense of inner safety, not expecting people to attack you, because if you take a look at unity consciousness, right? I know you're spiritual, I know you're tapped in, I know you understand that at one level, we are all one with source energy. Literally, energetically, we are all one. And so if you're expecting other people to attack you, who's really attacking you? I think it's that version of you that's at war with yourself. I think it's that version of you that hates yourself or hates that thing about yourself that other person is exemplifying and amplifying. Another point that I want to make is about the law of attraction. So when it comes to cultivating a true sense of inner safety, we don't practice spiritual protection, because safety is a state of being. You either are safe or you're not, based on your beliefs, right? The law of attraction works based on your beliefs. You can't just get whatever it is you want, whatever it is you think about. You have to believe that you are an energetic match for those things that you want. And in the same vein, if you believe that you're an energetic match for the things that you don't want, then you're going to get more of that. So if you believe that you're not safe, you're going to get more experiences that confirm that lack of safety. If you practice spiritual protection, that means that you believe on some level that you are not safe. So the universe will continue to bring you experiences that confirm your lack of safety. So the biggest and best thing that you can do to protect your empathic abilities is to cultivate a true sense of inner safety. Can I get an amen up in here? I talk about it and I expand on that topic in my book, You Always Know, so make sure you check it out at the link in the description below this video. I even have an example of a client of mine who was practicing spiritual protection and was very confused why all of the things that she was trying to protect herself from kept happening. Like, what in the actual heck? Like, she was doing the spells, she had the crystals, she was putting the bubble of light, but the same experiences that she was trying to protect herself from kept happening. And why is that? Because spiritual protection does not work in the long run. You got feelings about that? Let's talk about it in the comments. I have made several videos on this channel on this topic that have gotten thousands of views, so make sure you check those out as well. And the more in tune you are with your intuition, the safer you will be. Start by learning the primary language of your intuition. If you want to know the primary language that your intuition is speaking, take 2 minutes and take my Intuition Archetypes quiz. If you join my email community, you will get a guide that gives you a quick 5-minute practice to help you tap into your intuition, connect with your higher self, and get the answers that you are wanting for free. Link in the description below this video. If you liked this video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. If you're an empath, girl, I know you're gonna like these 2 videos right here, so make sure to check them out now. I love you today and every day, and I will talk to you soon, girl.